A Saturday night in the opulent The Grandeur restaurant in Sterling City. A poised and elegant young black woman becomes the target of a racist and humiliating act of police brutality. Maya Anderson, barely 20 years old, waits for a friend at a window-side table, completely unaware that two officers are about to subject her to a public ordeal. But when her father, a formidable figure in the judicial system, enters the scene, the officer's arrogance crumbles into panic in an instant. How does their power collapse? Stay until the end to discover a story of courage, justice, and a twist no one saw coming. If stories that expose the truth and celebrate resilience move you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next narrative. And leave us a comment telling us where you're listening from. The atmosphere at the Grandeur was pure magic. Golden light from chandeliers shimmered off crystal glasses, while a soft piano melody enveloped the diners, all members of Sterling City's elite. The aroma of garlic butter, fresh herbs, and red wine floated through the air, mingling with the gentle clinking of silverware. But that perfection shattered abruptly with a cold, sharp sound. Click-clack in the center of the restaurant. By a large window overlooking the illuminated avenue, Maya Anderson, a stunningly beautiful young black woman, stood stunned. Her hands, cuffed behind her back, trembled under the cold steel. Her emerald green silk dress, which minutes before had elegantly accentuated her figure, now seemed out of place, crumpled by the violence. Her face, previously filled with anticipation for her friend's arrival, was now taut, her lips pressed together to contain the humiliation. Two police officers flanked her. Officer Rex Kowalski, a man in his 40s with a flushed face and a prominent belly, looked at her with triumphant disdain. Beside him, Officer Gary Miller, younger and thinner, smirked arrogantly, his eyes raking over Maya without disguise. Their presence was like an ink stain on the perfect canvas of the Grandeur. Diners, mouths agape, fell silent. Phones began recording. Whispers turned into murmurs of indignation. "What are you doing?" Maya demanded, her voice trembling with suppressed fury. "Uncuff me right now. You have no right." "No right?" Kowalski sneered, his tone condescending. "I'm a police officer. I have every right. You're resisting and disturbing the peace. Come with us to the station." He gripped Maya's arm forcefully, ready to drag her away. "I wasn't bothering anyone. I was just waiting for my friend," she protested, trying to free her arm. "Resisting too?" Kowalski tightened his grip. "Miller, hold her." The restaurant manager, an elderly Frenchman named Monsieur Dubois, rushed over, his face pale. "Officers, please calm down. Can we resolve this peacefully? She's our guest. Get out of the way." Kowalski shoved Dubois, who stumbled back. "This is police business. Do you want to come to the station with this hussy?" Dubois retreated, helpless. Maya, treated like a criminal in the city's most exclusive restaurant, stood alone against injustice. But the question hung in the air. Why were they targeting her? What had she done? It had all started 10 minutes earlier. Kowalski and Miller were patrolling Central Avenue in their cruiser after handling a minor complaint. Kowalski, a man with deep-seated racial prejudices, spotted Maya through the Grandeur's window. Her dark skin, elegant dress, and striking beauty infuriated him. "Look at that black girl," he scoffed to Miller. "Dressed like a queen in a place for rich folks. She's definitely an escort or some magnate's mistress." Miller, always ready to follow Kowalski's lead, chuckled. "She doesn't know her place. Thinks sitting in there makes her high society." A cruel idea crossed Kowalski's mind. "Stop the car. Let's teach her a lesson. Let's see if she has papers or if she's an illegal immigrant. Let's humiliate her for fun." Miller didn't object. They parked and entered the restaurant with an air of false authority, heading straight for Maya's table, where she was distractedly looking out the window. "Your identification," Kowalski demanded, slamming his hand on the table. Maya, surprised but polite, replied, "Excuse me, why do you need my ID here? Don't ask questions." Kowalski snapped. "Hand it over now." Miller, with a sneering smile, scanned her from head to toe. "What are you doing alone, little lady? Waiting for a special client?" Maya felt a knot in her stomach. I'm waiting for a friend. I'm not obligated to show identification just for being in a restaurant. Her refusal infuriated Kowalski. Who do you think you're talking to? He leaned in, his breath reeking of stale cigarettes. You don't have papers, illegal immigrant, huh? Miller added in a slimy tone. Nice, expensive dress, isn't it? Where do you get the money? Working hard at night, sweetie. The racist and sexist words made Maya's face burn with rage. You are harassing me, she said, trembling but firm. Your words are unacceptable, defamatory, and racist. I demand you stop, or I'll call the manager. Maya, defending herself, was like pouring gasoline on a fire. Kowalski, enraged by her defiance, had an idea. Deliberately, he knocked over the water glass on the table, splashing Maya's dress. Look, he shouted. You assaulted an officer. You threw water on me. I did not. Maya recoiled, but Kowalski grabbed her. Resisting, he bellowed. Miller, arrest her for disturbing the peace. Miller, with a sadistic grin, twisted Maya's arms and cuffed her. The click-clack echoed like a blow to her dignity. Diners recorded, but no one intervened. Kowalski and Miller, triumphant, believed they had won. They didn't know they had just dug their own graves. Maya, her wrists aching, took a deep breath. She couldn't let this continue. She looked at Kowalski with cold, determined eyes. I demand to make a call. It's my legal right. A call. Miller scoffed. To your ghetto lawyer? Or your sugar daddy? Probably her pimp, Kowalski added, laughing. I want to call my father, Maya said with a calmness that made them falter. Your father? Kowalski raised an eyebrow. What's he going to do? Some street thug. Maya pointed to her Chanel bag. My phone is in there. Get out. Miller, curious, took the latest iPhone and held it close to Maya, who couldn't hold it due to the cuffs. Closer, she said. I can use voice command. Miller obeyed. Call Dad. Federal prosecutor, Maya said, loud and clear. The words federal prosecutor hit the officers like lightning. Their faces blanched. The phone dialed on speaker, and the restaurant fell into a deadly silence. After 2 rings, a deep, authoritative voice answered. Johnson. The name resonated like thunder. It was Marcus Johnson, federal prosecutor, a legend in Sterling City, known for taking down criminals and corrupt officials. Dad, it's Maya, she said serenely. I'm at the grand jury. 2 officers detained me. They say I disturbed the peace, and I'm handcuffed. Silence. Then Johnson's voice, sharp as a razor. Handcuffed? Names of the officers. Kowalski and Gary Miller, Maya replied, looking at their badges. Kowalski and Miller, Johnson repeated, as if engraving them in stone. Stay calm, Maya. I'm calling Chief Rossi. Put one of them on. Maya looked at the officers, who were now trembling. My father wants to speak to one of you. Miller, with trembling hands, took the phone. Hello, Officer Miller, he stammered. Officer Miller, Johnson thundered. This is Federal Prosecutor Marcus Johnson. Explain why my daughter is handcuffed. Do you have justifiable cause? Miller stammered. Johnson didn't wait. You have 1 minute to uncuff her and get out of there. I'm calling Chief Rossi. If my daughter suffers any harm, you will face the worst legal consequences. Understood. Yes, sir. Miller whimpered. The call ended. Kowalski, with fumbling fingers, dropped the handcuff keys. He picked them up and, trembling, freed Maya. The red marks on her wrists were visible. I'm sorry, Miss Anderson, Kowalski stammered. It was a misunderstanding. Misunderstanding, Maya replied, her voice glacial. You call racial insults, sexual harassment, and illegal arrest a misunderstanding. The atmosphere shifted. The previously silent diners began to murmur with indignation. Du Bois, regaining his authority, stood in front of Maya. Officers, you have caused enough disturbance. Retreat. I will be filing a formal complaint. An elderly man stood up. This is a disgrace to the police force. They don't deserve those uniforms. A woman added, racism and abuse of power. Unacceptable. Phones continued recording. Kowalski's radio crackled. Kowalski, Miller, Unit 21, a furious voice ordered. Get out of the grand jury now. Return to the department. Direct order from Chief Rossi. Without looking at anyone, the officers fled under boos and stares of contempt. Their arrogance had vanished, replaced by fear and humiliation. Du Bois approached Maya, offering her water and a cloth for her wrists. "Miss Anderson, I deeply regret this. Your dinner and your friends will be complimentary." Other diners came closer, offering support. "You were so brave," an older woman said. "We all saw everything." Maya, touched, thanked them. She called her father to reassure him, and when her friend Lisa arrived, she told her what had happened. Although the incident left its mark, Maya decided to move forward with strength. At the police department, Kowalski and Miller faced Chief Isabel Rossi, a woman of steel. After a swift investigation, with testimonies from Maya, Du Bois, and viral videos, both officers were fired. Their careers ended, and the department issued a public apology to Maya, promising reforms. Maya learned of the dismissals from her father. She felt no joy, but relief. She knew those men wouldn't harm anyone else. The incident was a cruel reminder of racism and abuse, but also of the importance of speaking up. This story challenges us to reflect. What would you have done in Maya's place? How do we confront injustice in our daily lives? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let us know where you're listening from. If this story inspired you, subscribe for more narratives that give voice to the truth. We'll see you in the next one.